Let us bow our heads to recognize the presence of the Lord. Almighty God, with the comfort of your sacred presence in our midst, we pray and glorify you as we lift our gratitude for allowing us to gather and celebrate our 29th PNP Chaplain Service founding anniversary with the theme, CHS at 29, strengthening the faith and providing psycho-spiritual needs of the PNP personnel amidst pandemic. And so we ask for your saving grace for our Chief PNP, Police General Guillermo Eleazar. In light of this anniversary, may the theme of today's celebration reinforce the work performance of all the CHS personnel. Ardently we pray that your mantle of divine providence would bind them together as they now reach another milestone of providing spiritual guidance and pastoral service to all PNP personnel and dependents. Likewise, we consecrate unto you, in the most compassionate heart, all the awardees of the program for the significant accomplishments that earn them due recognition this special day. Lastly, we pray for your special blessing upon our guests of honor and speaker, Bishop Jose Colin M. Bagaforo. Grant that his presence will inspire the chaplain service to make the entire PNP organization become a God-centered, service-oriented, and family-based public servant. All this we ask in your most mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated.
And now, to give his welcome remarks, the Deputy Director of the PNP Chaplain Service, Police Colonel Ebra Muksir.
Our guest of honor speaker, His Eminence Most Reverend Jose Colin in Bagaporo, sir, Bishop Diocese of Kidapawan, CBCP Chairman, Episcopal Commission on Social Action, Justice and Peace, Caritas Philippines. His Eminence Most Reverend Oscar Jaime S. L. Florencio, Bishop Military Ordinary of the Philippines. Our beloved CPNP Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar, sir, our DCE, Deputy for Administration, Police General Joselito N. Villacruz, sir, Police General Israel Efrain T. Dixon, the Deputy for Operation, sir, our Director, the Director for Personal Record Management, Police Major General Rolando Hinanay, sir, our beloved Director of Chaplain Service, the First General of the Press of the Chaplain Service, Police Brigadier General Jason Dayo Ortiz, sir, members of the Director of Staff, Director of Initius, Police Commission Officers, Police Non-Commissioned Officers, Police Non-Commissioned Officers, PNP Chaplain Service family, the members of the PNP Chaplain Service Council, which now in social media, it's now in via Zoom, the Sogo Multi-Pastor Council, and also the Sogo Multi-Pit-Based Partners and awardees. Good morning. Maayong buntag sa tanan, taga-Bisaya sa Mindanao. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh sa ating Muslim brothers and sisters. Welcome to the 29th Chaplain Service with the team. CSS 29 is strengthening the faith and providing psycho-spiritual needs of PNP personnel amidst pandemic. We are all honored by the presence of our respected Bishop, Diocese of Kidapawan, as well as our beloved CPNP on this momentous occasion, as all our CSS personnel, led by our vibrant director, express our gratitude to our Bishop, our CPNP, for their unwavering support to the PNP Chaplain Service. As shown in the theme of our celebration, we thank our dear PNP for his recognition not only on the significance of unity and faith to God during the pandemic, but also the importance of providing for psycho-spiritual needs of our PNP personnel and their dependents. It has been widely documented, not only in the Philippines, but also worldwide, that never in history has there been this global needs to address the mental health and spiritual well-being of all humanity because of this COVID-19 pandemic. Hindi lang po sakit dahil sa pandemya ang laban natin ngayon, kundi sa sakit ng pag-iisip at kakulangan ng pananampalataya, bunga ng depression at kahina ng loob dahil naging epekto sa ating buhay ng COVID-19. That is why the PNP, through our beloved PNP, is sincere in addressing abusive acts of our law enforcer, as shown in media, through this pandemic that can be attributed to mental distress and psycho-spiritual challenges. To our brothers and sisters in the Philippine National Police, may the PNP Chaplain Service serve its mandate not only to lay down the moral and spiritual foundation of all our PNP personnel, but more importantly, to be the guide of igabay for all PNP personnel, regardless of religious affiliation. For us to be united as one PNP family with a healthy mind, body, and soul, and ready to serve and protect for every Filipino to live a truly peaceful, prosperous, and happy nation. Mabuhay ang Team Chaplain Service, and welcome to our 29th anniversary celebration. God bless us all.
Thank you very much, sir. We shall come to the presentation of awards to the PNP Chaplain Service and selected individuals for outstanding services they have rendered. We would like to request the awardees to rise for the presentation of awards. To present the awards is our guest of honor and speaker, the Most Reverend Jose Colin Bagaporo, Bishop, Diocese of Kidapawan, the Chief of the Philippine National Police, Police General Guillermo Eleazar, Police Major General Rolando Hinanay, the Director for Personnel and Records Management, Bishop Oscar Jaime Florencio, Military Ordinariate of the Philippines, and the Director of the Chaplain Service, Police Brigadier General Jason Ortizo. Plaque of Merit is presented to Colonel Zainal Abiden Ismael, Regional Pastoral Officer, PRO Bar, for having been adjudged as the Best Senior Police Commission Officer of the Year. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Flag of Merit is presented to Police Captain Fulgencio M. Canyon Jr. for having been adjudged as the Best Junior Police Commission Officer of the Year. Thank you very much, sir. Plaque of Merit is presented to Police Corporal Alfred S. Enicuela for having been adjudged as the Best Junior Police Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year, 2021. Thank you. Plaque of Merit is presented to Police Senior Master Sergeant Nurgihea Ibno for having been adjudged as Best Female Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year. Thank you very much. Plaque of Merit is presented to NUP Salve Regida Vidal, Guidance Service Specialist 2, for having been adjudged as Best Non-Uniform Personnel of the Year, Supervisory Level. Thank you very much. Plaque of Merit is presented to NUP Grace Garcia, Admin Aid 6, for having been adjudged as Best Non-Uniform Personnel, Calendar Year 2021, Non-Supervisory Level. Thank you. Plaque of Merit is presented to Evangelical Base, for having been adjudged as the Best Base Office for Calendar Year 2021, and the plaque will be received by Captain Joanna Lozano, OIC, Officer in Charge. Plaque of Recognition is presented to Police Lieutenant Jocelyn Bailey, IT Project Officer, for her invaluable contribution and support and activities to the PNP Chaplain Service. Thank you very much. Plaque of Recognition is presented to Dr. Abdul Hamid Durakoglu for invaluable contribution and support to the PNP Chaplain Service in the conduct of lectures and webinars. Thank you, sir. Plaque is presented to Mr. William Chen for invaluable support to the PNP Chaplain Service as esteemed partner for the donation of relief goods to the victim of Typhoon Ulysses. Thank you, sir. Similar plaque is presented to CBCP NASA Caritas Foundation for invaluable contribution and support to the PNP Chaplain Service as partner to the Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya, and the plaque will be received by Reverend Father Tony Labiao Jr. Thank you very much, Most Reverend. Plaque of Recognition is presented to Task Force Tagaligtas Incorporated for invaluable contribution and support as one of the accredited multi-faith-based group and stakeholder and support to the PNP Chaplain Service, and the plaque will be received by Dr. Adiel De Torres. Thank you, sir. Plaque of Recognition is presented to Values Formation and Spiritual Transformation Council of the Philippines, and the plaque will be received by Bishop Nicolas R. Amatorio. Thank you, sir. Plaque of Recognition is presented to United Christian Muslim Against Crime and Corruption for involved support to the PNP Chaplain Service in advocating the Barangayanihan Health and Food Program of the PNP, and the plaque will be received by Bishop Willie M. Ricablanca. Of Recognition is presented to Pakistan and Philippines Friendship Association for invaluable support to the PNP Chaplain Service as an esteemed partner for the donation of relief goods to the victim of Typhoon Ulysses and donation of multivitamins for the Barangayanihan Health and Food Bank Program of the PNP, and the plaque will be received by Prince Abbas Gulan. Thank you very much. We have come to this special award. Plaque of Recognition is presented to Police Colonel Ebrahim Moxier for having completed 25 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the PNP Chaplain Service, and his exemplary true leadership bringing the PNP Chaplain Service program on God-centered, service-oriented, and family-based PNP personnel and their dependent with his worthy of emulation, not only for himself, but to the whole PNP organization as well. Thank you very much, sir. Flag of recognition is presented to Police Colonel Arnulfo A. Castillo for having completed 22 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the PNP Chaplain Service. Thank you very much. Similar plaque of recognition is presented to Police Lieutenant Colonel Ronnie B. Arong for having completed 22 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the Philippine National Police Chaplain Service. Thank you very much, sir. Similar plaque of recognition is presented to Police Lieutenant Doris Manuel for having completed 23 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the Philippine National Police. Thank you very much. Similar plaque of recognition is presented to Police Executive Master Sergeant Amelita M. Despa Biladeras for having completed 21 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the Philippine National Police. Thank you very much. A round of applause to our physical awardees, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. For the continuation of our awarding, will be shown on the screen for the continuation. Flag of Merit is presented to Police Executive Master Sergeant Judy Grace Romano for having been adjudged as Best Senior Police Non-Commissioned Officer for calendar year 2021. Flag of Merit is presented to Police Regional Pastoral Office 8 for having been adjudged as Best Regional Pastoral Office for calendar year 2021. This is under Police Lieutenant Colonel Teddy David, Regional Pastoral 8. Flag of Merit is presented to Regional Pastoral Office 2 for having been adjudged as Best Chaplain Service Team Luzon for calendar year 2021. It is under Police Captain Ray Dolisin, Regional Pastoral Office 2. Similar Flag of Merit is presented to Regional Pastoral Office 6 as Best Chaplain Team Visayas. And the award given to Major Mark Bridgel here, Ibardolasa, Regional Pastoral Officer 6. Flag of Merit is presented to Regional Pastoral Office 12 for having been adjudged as Best Chaplain Team Mindanao. And the flag given to Police Lieutenant Colonel Gilbert Ilagan, Regional Pastoral Officer 12. Flag of Merit is presented to Regional Pastoral Office 4A for having been adjudged as Best Barangayanihan for calendar year 2021. And the flag was presented to Lieutenant Colonel Joel Baralias, Regional Pastoral Officer 4A. Flag of Merit is presented to Police Regional Office Cordillera for having been adjudged as Best Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya, Regional Pastoral Office. The plaque was received by Police Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Chi, Regional Pastoral Officer, Cordillera. Flag of Merit was presented to Regional Pastoral Office 1 for having been adjudged as ICP Award Cleanest Regional Pastoral Office for calendar year 2021, and the plaque was received by Police Lieutenant Colonel Valdem Joseph Ocampo, Regional Pastoral Officer 1. And Flag of Merit was presented to Regional Pastoral Office 13 for having been adjudged as ICP Award Most Disciplined Regional Pastoral Office. The plaque was received by Police Captain Lorenzo Ruga, Regional Pastoral 13. Plaque of recognition was also presented to Police Executive Master Sergeant John Ray Cabali for having completed 21 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the Philippine National Police. Also, plaque of recognition was presented to Police Executive Master Sergeant Rio Sostenes Montibon for having completed 22 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the Philippine National Police. And plaque of recognition was presented to Police Senior Master Sergeant Munib Sawatjaan for having completed 20 years of loyal, committed, and dedicated service with the Philippine National Police. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give all the awardees of the PNP Chaplain Service for their 29 PNP Chaplain anniversary. Congratulations to all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, may we call the Director of the PNP Chaplain Service, Police Brigadier General Jason Ortizo, for his presentation, followed by the introduction of the guest of honor and speaker.
Thank you very much to our MC, to our guest of honor and speaker, whom I will be introduced later. Palakpakan po natin. Of course, I would not allow this occasion to pass without me greeting and expressing my heartfelt gratitude to all those who are very exemplary in supporting the PNP Chaplain Service. And of course, first and foremost, to our beloved Chief PNP and the People's Chief, Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar, sir. Maraming salamat po, sir. Of course, I would like to greet also our beloved DCA. He also has perhaps another meeting to attend, but he was with us a while ago. Police Lieutenant General Joseleto M. Veracruz. Sir, thank you very much, sir. Of course, to our beloved also, TDCO, Police Lieutenant General Israel Ephraim Dixon, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for all your support. Of course, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our beloved Bishop, the Bishop of the Military Ordinariate of the Philippines, who also take charge of all the uniformed services. His Excellency, Most Reverend Oscar Jaime Florencio, Bishop, thank you very much for taking good care of us. And of course, the Supervising Director of the PNP Chaplain Service, Police Major General Rolando J. Hinanay. Sir, thank you also for all your support. Of course, I would like to acknowledge our PIO who is with us today, Police Brigadier General Olay, sir. And the SEA of the PNP, Police Colonel Bongalbal Bok. He is Class 94, and I'm also a proud adopted of Class 94. And of course, our friends from the media, magandang umaga, and thank you very much for coming. Palakpakan po natin. And to all the staff and director NSUs on Zoom platform, our PNCOs, NUPs, our chaplains from the different regions, and the PNP Chaplain Service family headed by our Deputy Director, Police Colonel Ebra Muxer, to our Chief of Staff, Police Colonel Jaime Serinia, and we also have our Division Chief, Police Colonel Ron Dato. At sa lahat pong mga awardees na nandito ngayon, of course, special mention to our birthday celebrator and his retirement day, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ronnie Arong. Palakpakan po natin. Happy birthday po, Father. Our stakeholders, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. To all our life coaches, maraming salamat sa inyo. On behalf of the entire PNP Chaplain Service, I would like to express my deepest appreciation for your valuable participation as we celebrate our 29th Chaplain Service anniversary with the theme, Chaplain Service at 29, is strengthening the faith and providing psycho-spiritual needs of PNP personnel amidst pandemic. Above all, my profound gratitude for the presence of our guest of honor, whom I will formally introduce later. No less than the Bishop of the Diocese of Kidapawan, the CBCP Chairman, Episcopal Commission on Social Action, Justice, and Peace, Caritas Philippines. Thank you, Bishop, for gracing our anniversary celebration. It is with great honor, and we are proud to proclaim that after 29 years, the chaplain service has reached another milestone of pastoral services as well as spiritual guidance and counseling to all PNP personnel and dependents, regardless of any religious affiliation. Through the years, we carried out our primary responsibilities abreast with our vision to attain a God-centered, service-oriented, and family-based PNP personnel. Alongside this anniversary celebration, I want to stress out that our mission, vision, and specific function serve as an essential component to the fundamental structure of the entire PNP organization, like a cornerstone that supports all endeavors on internal discipline and service agenda, which our beloved Chief PNP and the People's Chief, Police General Guillermo Eleazar, advocates in his administration as the intensified cleanliness policy. Basically, we are the keeper of the morality and spiritual journey of all PNP personnel and their respective families. On these premises, we pushed forward and even endured nonetheless of any tough circumstances. We reached out to the people that we served amidst calamity and even in the state of pandemic. If we were to consider the PNP organization as one living entity, the chaplain service would stand as its heart, the heart that beats the integrity of the PNP institution. We would be the pilot that steers the integrity compass of the PNP personnel and their dependents. With that, allow me to show to you a short audio-visual presentation that highlights our humble endeavors and accomplishments, and which features, among others, how we brave any catastrophe, let alone the distress and uncertainties of the COVID-19 pandemic. Operator, please roll ABP.
The PNP Chaplain Service was amended by NAPOCOM's Resolution number 92-20, dated 23 July 1992, to provide spiritual and religious services and psychological guidance to the Philippine National Police members and their families, regardless of their religious affiliation. To help accomplish its mission, Chaplain Service developed and implemented the Interfaith Squad Weekly Interactive Meeting, or SWIM, conducted by all PNP units throughout the country, in partnership with life coaches from various religious sectors. The major focus of SWIM is to implement God-centered preventative and restorative programs which supports PNP's internal disciplinary mechanism. The squad system executes its platform using an interfaith manual professionally designed to achieve the intention of enhancing and restoring the faith of the police force so that they may become worthy members of the PNP. The success of squad depends on the effectiveness of life coaches and squad leaders. Hence, Chaplain Service conducts continuous training sessions and meetings with all life coaches as well as webinars for all SWIM squad leaders in different PNP units and police regional offices. Foremost in squad's philosophy is to instill among PNP members moral excellence and accountability so they may honorably serve and protect the country and the people in God's glory. PNP members have arduous tasks, especially those who deal with challenging situations such as crime and drug-related activities. Thus, they must have strength in character and a moral compass to steer them towards the right path. Chaplain Service continues to implement its three major flagship programs, which are significant and integral to the PNP Chaplain Service Patrol Plan 2030, to wit, SUGO, Spiritual Upliftment and Growth of the Organization, Paggabay, Chaplain Service Pastoral and Family Counseling Initiatives, and USAP, Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya. Chaplain Service, under the leadership of Police Brigadier General Jason D. Ortizo, encourages its 150 personnel, composed of 40 PCOs, 102 PNCOs, and 8 NUP, to perform above and beyond so that the unit can effectively contribute to the success of the PNP's internal disciplinary mechanism through its God-centered, service-oriented, and family-based values and moral upliftment and counseling programs. Chaplain Service officers and personnel conduct their daily activities with the goal of accomplishing the mission of PNP Chaplain Service, which are designed to support Chief PNP's intensified cleanliness policy. For the cleanliness of the chapels and offices, the Director of Chaplain Service directed all Chaplain Service personnel, including those assigned at the regional pastoral offices in the different PROs, to conduct 20-minute cleaning and fatigue duty every Tuesdays and Thursdays. For cleanliness of ranks, the Chaplain Service personnel, from the top down to its lower units, conducted Police Information Continuing Education, or PICE, and on-the-spot inspection and correction, OTSIC, to ensure compliance of TAMA BIS. Conducted psycho-spiritual intervention and counseling activities in response to COVID-19 pandemic, and value mustahan, especially to those infected with COVID-19. SWIM squad leaders conducted webinars to different PNP units to monitor their progress and enhance their skills and reinvigorate their performance. The Director Chaplain Service conducted over 50 pastoral and psycho-spiritual visitations, talks to men in different PROs, PPOs, CPSS, MPS for the months of May and June 2021 to reinforce our mission. Performed activities related to PNP intensified cleanliness policy encompassing cleanliness at work, in the ranks, cleanliness in the community, and cleanliness in mind and spirit. These activities encompassed psycho-spiritual and behavioral intervention to PNP personnel implicated in improper or illegal activities in the hopes of restoring their faith in God and instilling in their minds the importance of integrity and trustworthiness. Distributed over 4,000 food packs during Barangayanihan from the month of May to July 2021. Launched and implemented the PNP-wide e-Gabay, which afforded PNP members access to professional help in the privacy of their homes and without risking COVID infection. Police Brigadier General Ortizo met the different values and life coaches and introduced the e-Gabay program.
Launching nitong tinatawag natin na e-Gabay. This is a program of spiritual and moral guidance among PNP personnel initiated by PNP Chaplain Service. At through this, as per experience of our no less than the Chief Chaplain, Police Brigadier General Father Ortizo, when he was afflicted by the coronavirus, nakita niya na talagang even after na mangyari yun, maganda pa rin na meron siyang may kausap, and this particular e-Gabay is made available to all our personnel. I can say still timely para sa ating mga kababayan, sa ating mga kapulisan, na through this hotline, our life coaches, not only the Catholic priest but also pati yung ating mga imams as well as the pastor, can guide them on these challenges na pinagdadaanan natin. Yang na sana mas maaga natin ginawa ito, baka sakali yung ibang mga nangyari kagaya sa Manila Police District na nagkaroon ng pag-amok, kung nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na nagkaroon siya ng consultation o may tinawagan through e-Gabay. We don't know, but possibly pwedeng na iba ang istorya.
Executed the USAP Memorandum of Understanding between the PNP and 4 major religious groups, enabling chaplain service to conduct moral and psycho-spiritual support to PNP members belonging to various religious sectors. Conducted numerous face-to-face spiritual interventions to PNP personnel with post-traumatic stress syndrome or PTSD resulting from family, work-related, and anti-illegal drugs operations. Wise. Chaplain Service has the following operational and organizational strategies. Approve the age requirements for Chaplain Service applicants from 35 to 39 years old, particularly among Catholic chaplains who will fill up the vacant chaplain positions for NHQ and PROs. Approve Chaplain Service organizational restructure to recruit more chaplains, PNCOs, and NUP in order to provide better pastoral services. Publish the PNP Prayer Handbook for all occasions. Also create Volume 2 of the Interfaith Squad Manual and the Psycho-Spiritual Guide Handbook. Enhance pastoral values and life coach training, focusing on preventive and restorative programs and faith-based therapies designed for PNP personnel and their dependents. Build a fully operational 4-story chaplain service admin building and renovate the evangelical building at NHQ. Renovate the Catholic chapels and build evangelical worship centers and mosques in all PROs. Establish spiritual counseling, Paggabay Center in NHQ and all PROs under the supervision of the Chaplain Service Unit. The PNP Chaplain Service is committed to support and contribute to the PNP's internal disciplinary mechanism through the spiritual guidance and behaviorally focused interventions and restorative programs, projects, and activities. PNP personnel are tasked with challenging duties and responsibilities as they play an important role in the overall mission of PNP. Though human and are not infallible, PNP members must recognize their accountability to the public and must strive to develop high moral values as well as possess integrity and ethical standards. And they should remember that the chaplain service has an open door for them, especially when coping with challenging situations. With Police Brigadier General Ortizo at its helm, Chaplain Service is a progressive organization that works with leaders of various religious sectors who are trained to administer God-centered psychosocial counseling and behavioral intervention. Police Brigadier General Ortizo has PNP's and its personnel's best interest in mind. With these, the PNP Chaplain Service will continue to be relevant in pursuing the mission to revitalize and transform the PNP as humane servants and protectors of the Filipino people. This is your PNP Chaplain Service, always working for God, country, and people.
Best wishes to everyone and happy anniversary. May I now proceed to formally introduce our guest of honor and speaker. Our guest of honor and speaker was born on January 30, 1954 in Cotabato City. He was ordained a priest on March 25, 1980, and appointed auxiliary bishop of Cotabato on February 2, 2006 by Pope Benedict XVI. On April 25, 2006, he was ordained auxiliary bishop of Cotabato at the Immaculate Conception Cathedral in Cotabato City. He is the president of Notre Dame of Tacorong College in Tacorong City and vice president of the Notre Dame Educational Association. He is executive director of the housing program of Cotabato-based Notre Dame Foundation for Charitable Activities Incorporated and the director of Bahay Maria Home for Elderly and Sick. He is also chairman of the Archdiocesan Pastoral Board, Financial Board, Personnel Board, and Seminary Board. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor to present to you our guest of honor and speaker, the Bishop of the Diocese of Kidapawan and the CBCP Chairman, Episcopal Commission on Social Action, Justice and Peace, Caritas Philippines, the Most Reverend Jose Colin M. Bagaforo.
Please be seated. Thank you very much for that very wonderful introduction. And I would like to acknowledge the presence of the following leaders that we have in the PNP and in our community. Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar, our Chief PNP. Police Lieutenant General Joselito M. Veracruz, the Deputy Chief PNP for Administration. Police Lieutenant General Israel Ephraim T. Dixon, the Deputy Chief PNP for Operation. Police Major General Rolando J. Hinanay, the Director for Personnel and Records Management, and Police General Rolando Ulay, the PIO, and my brother Bishop, His Excellency Most Reverend Oscar Jaime Florencio D.D., the Bishop of the Military Diocese of the Philippines, Police Commissioner Officers, Police Non-Commissioned Officers, non-uniformed personnel, PNP Chaplain Service family, our awardees, regional chaplains who are now listening with us by Zoom, and to all of you, my greetings. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Happy 29th founding anniversary to the Philippines National Police Chaplain Service. I am so happy and honored that finally I am able to set foot at the headquarters of the Philippine National Police and meet all of you. Coming here has been lingering in my calendar for quite some time now, and actually being here now is really worth the wait. When I assumed the responsibility as the National Director of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, Episcopal Commission on Social Action, Justice and Peace, or what we popularly call Caritas Philippines, one of the first things that I plan to do was to reinvigorate our peace-building programs. After all, we are the Justice and Peace Commission of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines and or of the Catholic Church in the Philippines. Not to mention that for a time, I was heavily involved in our peace processes in Mindanao, the place where I was born, I grew up, and until now is doing my ministry. So coming here and finally putting flesh, sure the most fitting way to celebrate the founding anniversary of the chaplain service of the Philippine National Police. Our acronym, USAP, is very symbolic. At a time when we are divided due to differences in political thinking, in the war on drugs, the more that we are called to dialogue, to empathize, and respect the role of law. As we experience unwavering difficulties due to COVID-19 pandemic, when more than 7 million Filipinos experience worsening hunger and poverty, the more that we are invited to communicate and highlight the kindness, compassion, and generosity of each one of us. At an era when our closest companions are our cell phones, laptops, and other technologically driven gadgets, when we are even more isolated with the use of earphones, headsets, and what have you, the experience of real, actual conversations can bring back togetherness, can put down the wall we have built for more than a year. It can very well make families whole again. So, USAP, ugnayan ng simbahan at pulisya, is not just a partnership between the Catholic Church and the Philippine National Police. It is not just between the other parties who came here last June 28 for the ceremonial launching of USAP. USAP, ugnayan ng simbahan at pulisya, is for every Filipino who loves the Philippines. It is for every policeman and woman who endeavors to serve with honor. It is for every government official who knows how to lead with integrity. It is for all the street sweepers, lay ministers, and jeepney drivers who work with dignity 24/7. My dear friends, later during the press conference, we shall talk about the 4 main commitments that we agree to honor from now on. Number 1, our critical collaboration. Critical collaboration to implement programs and activities aimed to protect human rights, promote security, sustain peace and order in the communities. Number 2, establishment and strengthening of USAP, ugnayan ng simbahan at pulisya, its coordination mechanisms, and we shall implement them down the line in every regions, cities, and municipalities. Number 3, implement programs to uplift the moral and improve the conduct of the members of the Philippine National Police nationwide. And number 4, as we prepare for May 2022, we shall collaborate to ensure a clean, honest, accurate, meaningful, and peaceful election. The tasks we have put upon ourselves are not easy, but we are men and women of vision, courage, and integrity. We will not be flustered by the challenges because our end goal, making each community secured and peaceful, is worth every hardship that we will overcome. After all, in the words of the Holy Father, Pope Francis, the poor, the marginalized, those in the peripheries deserve our best service and ministry. Before I end, I would like to extend my gratitude to our Chief PNP, General Guillermo Eleazar. Thank you very much, sir, for your hospitality, for your leadership, and support to this endeavor, ugnayan ng simbahan at ng pulisya. Again, happy anniversary to the chaplain service of the Philippine National Police. Congratulations to everyone.
To the PNP Chaplain Service as guest of honor and speaker during the 29th Chaplain Service founding anniversary with the theme Chaplain Service at 29, Strengthening the Faith and Providing Psycho-Spiritual Needs of the PNP Personnel Amidst Pandemic. And also, another plaque is presented to Most Reverend Jose Colin M. Bagaporo, Bishop, Roman Catholic Diocese of Kidapawan, for invaluable contribution and support to the PNP Chaplain Service as representative of the Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines during the Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya o USAP MOU signing on June 28, 2021. Please remain, sir. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor and speaker, Bishop Jose Colin Bagaporo, will present a memento to the Chief PNP. He will be assisted by Police Brigadier General Jason Ortizo, the Director for Personnel and Related Management, Police Major General Hinanay, and Bishop Florenzo to witness the presentation. A memento is presented to Police General Guillermo Eleazar, Chief Philippine National Police, image of Virgin Mary. A memento, image of Saint Joseph. Next is the image of Saint Vincent Ferrer from Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 2. Mother of Perpetual Help from Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 3. Saint Michael the Archangel, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 4A, Camp Vicente Lim, Laguna. Five. Region 6. Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 6. Saint Ignatius de Loyola, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 7. Immaculate Heart of Mary, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 8. Saint Peter the Apostle, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office 11. Paul, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office Cordillera and Camp Badu Dangwa. Saint Martin de Porres, Patron Saint of Police Regional Office Bar. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a warm applause. Thank you very much, Bishop. Thank you very much, Cyprian. Magsitayo po tayong lahat at ating pong awitin ang PNP Lingkod ng Bayan. Please be seated, and we would like to request our guest of honor, sir, to please indulge us for a photo ops. Okay, to all, the social distancing in our photo opportunity. For our first group, please come up to the stage, starting from Colonel Ismael up to CBCP NASA. Mr. William Chen, please come up to the stage. CBC NASA. Asiret, please guide them, the first group. Okay, another group at the back, please. Asiret. Okay. Ready. Our next group of awardees, lahat na po, the stage, Asiret, 10-10, first line 10, second line 10. Then after our photo ops, we shall have the declaration of joint statement of the Philippine National. Then after this, lahat na po ng awardees, Asiret, first group, first line 10, second line 10. Hanggang 10 lang tayo. Okay, para ma-maintain ang social distancing. Thank you very much. And now we'd like to request our guest of honor and speaker together with the Chief PNP sir to proceed to our head table for the declaration of the joint statement of the Philippine National Police and CBCP Episcopal Commission on Social Action. Thank you very much to our DPRM General Hinanay, sir, and to Bishop Lorenzo, sir. Please,
Statement.
sir, we shall have the joint statement. We'd like to request our Secretariat to please assist the Chief PMP and our guest of honor.
The ugnayan ng simbahan at pulisya towards more secured and peaceful communities. A joint statement of the Episcopal Commission on Social Action, Justice, and Peace and the Philippine National Police. As part of the celebration of the 500th year of Christianity in the country and the 29th founding anniversary of the Philippine National Police Chaplain Service, as agreed upon on June 28, 2021, during the signing of Memorandum of Understanding, we, the Episcopal Commission on Social Action, Justice, and Peace, Caritas Philippines, and the Philippine National Police underscore the following commitments in line with the nationwide implementation of PNP CMC 55-2017 or USAP, Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya. Number 1, work in critical collaboration with all relevant stakeholders to implement programs and activities aimed to protect human rights, promote security, sustain peace and order in the community. Number 2, establish and strengthen USAP coordination at all levels. Number 3, design and implement programs and activities that will uplift the morale and improve the conduct of the members of the Philippine National Police nationwide, and in particular, collaborate in 2022.
Thank you, sir. Now for our we have the photo ops. We would like to request our DCA, sir, to please join for our photo ops for this joint statement made by the. Thank you very much. Our DPRM, sir, would like to request her to join for the photo ops. Thank you, sir. We'd like to request our GPIO, please. General Olay, sir.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sa ating mga kaibigan sa media na nandito ngayon, physically at virtually, na may mga katanungan, maaaring banggitin muna ang pangalan, media network at saka ang inyong tanong. Sa kadahilanang may susunod na activity pa ang ating Chief PNP, ay kung maaari limitahan sa isang tanong bawat media. Ang unang magtatanong, yung physically present dito, at yung susunod naman natin ay yung mga nasa virtual. Unang magtatanong si Ann Soberano ng Bombo Radio. Please, Ann.
Sir, good morning. Ann Soberano po of Bombo Radio Philippines. Bishop, tanong ko na lang po, mensahe nyo na lang po para sa sambayan ng Pilipino po ngayong nalalapit na po ang halalan natin. Bishop, ano pong mensahe natin sa ating mga kababayan?
Maraming salamat sa katanungan tungkol sa darating na halalan para sa May 2022. Ang unang panawagan namin ngayon at this time, magparehistro po tayong lahat. Importante po na nakarehistro tayo, lalong-lalo na yung mga baguhang botante. Iyan ang una nating panawagan ngayon. Pangalawa ay piliin po natin ang tatlong mahalagang dapat na makita natin sa ating mga pipiliing leaders. Unang-una ay meron ba silang kakayanan? Meron ba silang kakayanang mamahala at manguna at magbigay ng kapakanan at kabutihan para sa ating bayan? Pangalawa ay malaking issue. Yung kanilang performance. Meron ba silang track records? Ano ba ang naging agenda ng kanilang buhay? Kung dati silang mga pinuno ng ating bayan, ano ba ang naging plataforma nila nung sila ay nagsilbisyo sa ating bayan? At higit sa lahat, sa harap ng Diyos, dapat ang ating mga pinuno ng ating bayan, merong tinatawag nating moral ascendancy. Merong moral ascendancy. Napakahalaga po yun. Sapagkat kung ang ating mga pinuno ng ating bayan ay walang takot sa Diyos, nako, ang ating bayan ay lulubog sa kasalanan at hindi tayo uunlad. Yun po ang aking panawagan sa lahat nating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na ngayon na ginawa natin itong usap, hawak kamay ang pulisya at ang simbahan ay magtulungan upang magkaroon tayo ng mga mabubuting pinuno sa susunod na halalan.
Thank you.
Salamat
Thank you
po,
very much, Bishop.
Sir, follow-up kay Chief PNP. Sir, on issue naman sir, sa Monday na po ang State of the Nation Address, ang last sona ng Pangulong Duterte. Gaano po kahanda ang Philippine National Police in terms po sa security, sir?
Ang ating NCRPO sa pangunguna ng Regional Director, kasama yung lahat ng mga distrito, partikular ang QCPD, ay patuloy na naghahanda. So itong preparation nito ay 4 weeks ay sinasagawa na. At accordingly, we will be deploying around 15,000 personnel. Ito including nito, itong mga augmentation sa atin. For the PNP, there will be around 11,800 police personnel, 9,900 or almost 10,000 coming from NCRPO, and around 1,100 coming from other units. It will be augmented by 3,300 non-PNP personnel. Ito yung magagaling sa ibang mga agencies, sa AFP, sa BGMP, MMDA, and other force multiplier. By the way, kahit naman previously, talagang nagde-deploy tayo ng police sa iba't ibang lugar. Iba naka-standby. Mas maganda na kasi na on this particular occasion ay naka-ready tayo lahat. But I would just like to assure the public na ang presence ng ating police, whether yan ay nasa places of strategic locations or they're standing by in different camps, is to ensure na nakahanda tayo sa lahat ng eventualities. NCRPO, through its QCPD, has been engaging with the different stakeholders for dialogues, consultation, dahil hangad natin ay maging maayos yung pagdaraos ng ating SONA, just like what we've experienced for the past 5 years.
Maraming salamat,
Sir,
sir.
last na lang, sir. Sir, gagamitin na po ba yung mga body cameras ng mga pulis ngayong pagbibigay ng seguridad sa SONA?
Yes, for Metro Manila, our different police stations were issued body-worn cameras. And as per arrangement, ito yung mga sinasabi natin na mga events na gagamitin natin sila. So, and aside from that, meron din tayong alternative recording devices. Ito mga cellphones na gagamitin. But sa atin, ito kasi body-worn cameras that were just issued recently. Ginamit natin siya sa deployment ng ating mga vaccines, pati na rin yung sa pag-escort natin dito sa mga vaccines and other personnel. Pero on this particular event, this SONA, gagamitin natin yon para ma-document din natin itong event na ito on this coming Monday.
Thank you, sir. Sir, ang susunod pong magtatanong ay si Eunice Hilario ng Filipino Mirror. Eunice, please.
Good morning, sir, and General Eleazar and Bishop. First, congratulations po muna sa 29th Chaplain Service Anniversary and sa USAP po. Congratulations po. Ang katanungan ko po ay para kay Bishop. Mayroon pong proyekto or programa po si PNP Chief na intensified cleansing sa PNP. Paano po natutulungan po ng chaplain service si General Eleazar para po maging matagumpay po yung proyektong ito, yung intensified cleansing policy po?
Proyekto tungkol sa...
Actually, Bishop, dapat kay Father Jason natin tinatanong yun eh. Anyway, just to brief you, Bishop, actually po kasi yung ating intensified cleanliness policy. Intensified cleanliness policy. And then during the presentation of Father Jason, so ito pong ating itong chaplain service played a very important role for the cleanliness in the offices, particularly yung ating mga kapilya at mga opisina, talaga nililinis para mas naging kaaya-aya sa ating mga parishioners and mass goers, and cleanliness in the ranks naman, ang role kasi sila more on prevention. So sa ating internal cleansing program, maganda na through their intervention, through this the support of our life coaches, yung mga pulis natin is nabibigyan na ng mga kaalaman para hindi na sila mag-attempt gumawa ng kalokohan at matanggal sa serbisyo. So basically, yung sa atin kasi, sir, kung naisip ko, through this USAP, tutulungan sila ng iba pa natin na mga life coaches, particularly through the Catholic Church, because of this arrangement. And it will be localized hanggang sa baba. The different parish priests, which are equivalent of our chiefs of police as their counterparts, magkakaroon mas magandang koordinasyon na pwede makatulong sa ating mga pulisan in those areas.
Sa ngalan ng Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, 100% ang aming suporta sa programa ng ating PNP Chief, cleanliness sa lahat ng bagay. May kasabihan, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Thank you. Ang susunod pong magtatanong ay si Alfred Dallison ng Journal.
Good morning, sir. Kay Bishop, good morning, Bishop. Yung commitment nyo po, yung joint commitment nyo sa PNP na to ensure an honest and orderly and peaceful elections po. It's a very laudable project po, sir. Right now, ang PNP is, meron po silang policy na it will always stay apolitical. My question is, how can the CBCP stay apolitical kung many of its leaders are known critics of the government, lalo na po yung war on drugs?
Alam mo, yung CBCP, sa pamamagitan ng aming Commission on Social Action, Justice and Peace, Caritas Philippines, meron kaming partnership ngayon sa Paris Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, PPCRB. At we are committed, ang lahat ng mga obispo, may general consensus na we will provide mga volunteers in order to hindi lamang hanggang education ang aming kampanya, kung hindi mga volunteers at yung aming resources, yung aming logistics ay magiging available, no, para mabantayan ng mabuti ang conduct ng ating eleksyon. Kasabay na rin yung accurate at saka meaningful, kasabay na rin yung quotation mark, quick counting na, or di kaya parallel counting with the COMELEC. Malaki ang magiging tulong kung sa ganitong hangarin kung ang simbahan at ang pulisya ay magtutulungan. Sapagkat alam naman natin in some areas ay maraming mga gusot, maraming mga hindi kanais-nais na mangyayari. Kapag itong dalawang institusyon sa aking palagay, ang simbahan at ang pulisya ay magkaisa at magtulungan, mas magiging madali na ma-resolve kung meron ng mga conflicts at mas madaling mabigyan ng solusyon kung meron mang kinakailangan na mabigyan ng lunas sa mga in the conduct or during the election. So sa aking palagay, itong ginawa namin na Memorandum of Understanding na with the Philippine National Police sa pamamagitan ng pag-strengthen itong usap, magiging malaki ang impact at magiging malaki ang magiging tulong sa ating lipunan at saka sa darating na halalan on May 2022.
Maraming salamat po, mahal naming Bishop. Ang susunod pong magtatanong ay si Mark Makalalad ng DZBB.
Hello po, good morning. Congratulations po sa chaplain service para sa 29th anniversary. Chief, you mentioned before na willing ang PNP na magtulong sa contact tracing and you will coordinate with DOH. Any updates sa coordination with DOH and if ever ilang contact tracers from PNP yung gagamitin po natin?
Yes, thank you, Mark. Even before, we were already given that guidance from the SILG to provide the necessary personnel to help in the contact tracing. Initially, kahit nung una pa man, itong ating personnel na si ADG and other members of the territorial police units ay nagbibigay ng tulong sa ating mga LGUs. So, ang ating guidance is just in case kailanganin ng ating mga LGUs and ang LGUs naman natin have direct coordination with our local territorial police units. So na itong pag-distribute ng ating mga ayuda, pati na rin dun sa iba pang sa Oplan Kalinga, ay lagi na andyan ang ating police para sa anumang tulong na ibibigay. So rest assured that based on the previous guidelines of our SLG, our contact tracers or for that matter, itong mga trained na personnel natin can always provide assistance to the LGUs kung kinakailangan. Lalo na at ito nga, ang according to DOH is we have this Delta variant na pinaghahandaan nating lahat, pati na rin sa ating hanay. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, sir. Ang pinakahuling magtatanong po ay si Karen Villanda ng PTB4. Karen, please.
Good morning po, Chief. I have two questions lang po. Unahin ko muna po yung sa SONA po sa Monday. Ano po yung paalala natin dun sa mga mensahe at paalala dun sa mga magrarally po on Monday?
Well, unang-una, nakita kasi natin na ang mga SONA naman natin na even before, hindi man natin pinipigilan ang karapatan ng ating mga kababayan. In fact, even without permits ay inaalaw natin yan. And ako, experience ko when I was the director of QCPD and even director ng NCRPO, kahit walang permit nga, inaalaw natin yon na humihil ako ng guidance sa higher authorities. Ngayon kasi, ibang ating sitwasyon. Meron tayong coronavirus, meron tayong virus na hindi pwede natin biru-biruin lang. Lalo na itong Delta variant virus na present sa atin ngayon. Kaya ang ating, andyan yung ating mga karapatan ay talagang ilagay natin sa tamang lugar. Kaya nga yung mga freedom parks, inaalaw natin doon. Pero on other places, kung walang permit na ibibigay ang ating mga LGUs, tayo nakikiusap na wag natin i-violate yun. Our personnel will be deployed sa mga areas na ito to see to it na ma-observe itong mga health protocols. But ang ating sinasabi din naman, kahit nung dati pa, ang ating mga pulis naman will always observe maximum tolerance. Our presence is to ensure na hindi magkakagulo. And then we have learned so much in the past in the other zonas that we have. It so happened that nagkaroon ng pagbabago because of this pandemic na ayaw nating maging rason itong magiging mga mass gathering na ito para lumala itong infection sa ating mga kababayan, lalo nga at meron tayong inaharap na panibagong challenge on this variant. Thank you.
Chief, ayun nga po, ngayon pong may Delta variant, ano po yung mas paghihigpitan ng PNP at mayroon na po bang kahandaan, inilalatag na plano para po sa pagpapatupad ng health protocol? Kasi mas grabe po yung variant ngayon na Delta variant, mas nakakahawa po siya.
Yes. More than 1 year na tayo dito. And then nakita naman natin yung mga pagbabago ng mga quarantine status. Pero alam mo, kasi mga virus, hindi man niya alam kung ECQ, GCQ, MGCQ, wala eh. Hindi nila alam yon. Ang alam nila, pag nagdikit-dikit tayo, magkakahawa-hawa tayo. So, the tried and tested formula still is to observe that minimum health protocol. Tayo, kalimitan sa atin, di ba? Magsuot lang ng face mask and then iwasan magkatabi-tabi. Basically, yun lang talaga nating susundin. Of course, the ITF have been issuing guidelines para ibalanse ang ating economy. And with all the findings of the medical experts, ay sinama yung science, pati na rin itong ating mga experience. So nakaka-adjust tayo. So bottom line, ang ating police will be everywhere with the help of our force multiplier, lalo na sa mga lugar kung saan andun yung ating mga kabayan dahil most of us are allowed already. We have so many permitted industries allowed to operate. So kung yan ay allowed sila, allowed din ngayon yung ating mga kababayan na mag-avail itong mga goods and services now being provided by permitted industries based on the guidelines. So sa atin is sundin nila. Huwag na tayong problema mga customers kasi for the establishments, for them to make their establishments conducive for observance. Yung hindi mababiolate. Meaning to say, lagyan nyo ng mga engineering intervention dyan na ang upuan isa hiwa-hiwalay na. At pag nakapasok na yung 30%, huwag na kayo magpapasok. Now, for the customers, the consumers, in the general public, balik tayo sa basic na sumunod tayo hindi dahil tayo ay huhulihin o warningan, pero sundin natin yun dahil ayaw natin makahawa or mahawa tayo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, with the provision of the Chief PNP, we will be having the last two questions, one each from Mark and Alfred Dallison, sir. Mark, mauna ka na.
Chief, kaka-anunsyo lang po ni Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque that Metro Manila will be placed under GCQ with heightened restrictions from July 23 to 31 after po ng local transmission ng Delta variant. Sir, baka may adjustment po na gagawin yung PNP sa pagbabantay sa mga border and also pagdating sa police visibility.
Just like what I've said earlier, sa mahigit sa taon na pinagdaanan natin, alam na natin kung ano ito mga pagkakaiba ng ating mga quarantine status. In fact, each quarantine status, nag-iiba-iba rin siya, depende sa lalabas na guideline. Kaya ang ating mga police, ang ating, for the Joint Task Force COVID Shield, Well, ang alam natin is i-coordinate lahat ng efforts na ito. Pero ang mga provisions of that quarantine status. Kasi ang GCQ, meron tayong GCQ with heightened restriction, meron tayong with some restriction, meron tayong plainly GCQ lang, di ba? So, the different unit commanders, alamin nyo kung ano ba ang provisions and restrictions dyan, and then coordinate with the LGU. And with that IATF guideline, yan naman po, marami na tayong experience sa pinagdaanan dyan. So, ipatupad lang natin yan. And of course, be flexible. Ang bottom line dyan, andun pa rin yung pag-obserba sa karapatan ng ating mga kababayan, but just the same, tinitingnan natin ngayon itong kung paano natin matutulungan pa na makasunod sila. So Mark, in short, nanggaling na tayo dyan. Gumaga naging plain GCQ tayo, ibinabalik tayo with heightened restriction. Ganun pa rin, titignan natin. So, operational capacity, yung dating 50%, magiging 10%. So, something like that. So, i-review lang natin yun and we will just implement this. And for the Filipino people or for the public, uulitin natin. Halos lahat naman kayo allowed na lumabas. I mean, those consumer and in the public, siguraduhin na paglalabas kayo, i-obserba lang itong minimum